Please look at our logo for a couple of minutes while we explain what's going on to Tommy. Today we are reviewing...
Catherine.
Tommy.
Yes?
Please explain to the audience what in hell, because it is in hell, Catherine is.
Well, basically, a brief summary of the kind of plot is you're this, I think, 30-year-old man, and you're going out with a Catherine with a K. It's important. Remember the letters. And it's all kind of quite happy. I think she's a bit of a bitch, but
She is a bit of a bitch.
Total cunty.
Do that, and then one night you have a nightmare, and this is kind of where you properly play the game. Is in the nightmares, and it's you kind of you move blocks.
I mean,
to move up a kind of stack.
The other playing with the text messages is hilarious, but it's not real playing.
It's not particularly substantial.
No, but it is funny.
It is funny.
Basically, there are two parts to the game. One part is the text messages where you earn good or bad karma. You earn that by being a better or worse boyfriend. An example being that when Catherine with a K texts you and says, "Are you still out drinking?" you can either text back and lie, "No, I'm not drinking." Say, "Yes, sorry honey, I'll be back soon." Or say, "Get off my back."
So you've got the sweetheart response, the jerk response, and the arsehole response. The latter two are more fun.
Yeah, they're much more fun. And they earn you bad karma.
He enters into a nightmare world where the more meatier part of the game takes place, where you have to push blocks in a way to help you climb up a tower.
It's fucking impossible.
It is incredibly difficult. We started on hard difficulty. To be fair, we got to the second night, and then we pretty much gave up.
Yeah. Once you get past the tutorial level, the first proper level has 3 parts to it. We couldn't finish the first of those 3 parts on hard difficulty. And I don't think that should be a reflection on us as gamers.
Just after Vincent, the main character, gets pressured for commitment by Catherine with a K, he gets rather easily seduced by Catherine with a C. And this leads to him cheating on Catherine with a K. And
to be fair, you don't have to specify at this point because he is now shagging Catherine and Catherine.
One of the first points introduced is that Catherine with a K is pregnant. So Vincent has to decide whether he'll take responsibility for that or he won't.
Again, good boyfriend, jerk, arsehole, and you know in your heart of hearts which one we all picked.
Tommy, what did you think of the... I'm gonna say the block pushing puzzle.
They are incredibly addictive, but they are insanely difficult in equal measure. So you kind of have to keep playing, even though you want to rip your eyes out.
Yeah, you don't. Even if our rule against rage quitting wasn't there, none of us would have been able to.
No.
You rage, you just never quit. You just get angrier and angrier until it causes you severe heart failure.
So, what did you think of the book? Because you were one of the only ones of us who were able to do the hard difficulty fairly successfully.
I don't say I got into within.
Yeah, that was so frustrating.
1 block.
We were stuck. Tommy was stuck 1 block away from the final from the doorway out. That was the saddest thing I'd ever seen. I wanted to cry.
Like second go as well.
Yeah, I really liked it. It's so good. I really wish I owned it. It's so good. It's just crazy. It's just like, I mean, it gets crazier. I wasn't playing at this point, but I was watching as Chromac was being chased by an enormous arse monster up the block tower, and then fighting off sheep using lightning powers, and then being chased by an enormous zombie baby. At which point I didn't want to watch anymore because I was just too scared. Which maybe is to do with commitment, but it was more probably to do with a giant zombie baby who is so huge that it can crush you in one hand.
Yeah, I'd say the puzzles are great fun and addictive, but they can be arse-shreddingly difficult.
You might find yourself getting so angry here that your blood not only boils in your veins, but turns into some sort of very volatile substance. What did you think of the giant scary baby?
It was a giant scary baby, so I can only really have one reaction, and that is sheer terror.
Will that haunt your nightmares?
Yes.
Are you going to be now pushing blocks infinitely in your dreams?
I hope not. So I wasn't very good at that game.
So Tommy, what did you think of the story aspect?
I wasn't really paying much attention to the story, but when I occasionally did glance back, it did seem fairly simple and fairly easy. But the texting is so much fun.
What did you think of the characters?
The characters, well,
It's very easy to hate Kay Catherine.
yeah.
It's very easy to hate Vincent, actually, because he's got a really bad douchebag facial hair.
And he keeps digging himself further with every word he speaks.
To be honest, we were digging him quite far
Yeah.
with the words we were texting. His thumb somehow is controlled by strangers, but no other part of his body. Like his brain seems to be doing fine because when he talks to people, it's his words. But when you're texting, it's always it's like there's some sort of open access Wi-Fi going on.
My thoughts is, this is a good game. I wouldn't say it's enjoyable or fun to play, but
I wouldn't say that has the makings of a good game.
but somehow it managed to become a good game, and it's very enjoyable.
Most good games,
in a way.
Most good games are a combination of how enjoyable they are to play and how fun they are.
You get a pretty epic sense of achievement when you complete a level. I can imagine. I never completed a level.
There's a very clear sort of feeling of making progress every time you move up, because, well, for an obvious reason, because you're moving up.
So your score, Tommy, what would you say?
I'm going to give this about 7.5.
Eric?
Wow, I thought it was really good, which would make it like a 9. But then the problem was that I hate raging. Like if I think if a game makes you rage to a certain degree, then it's doing really well. But if a game makes you rage beyond that, then it's just gone too far. Like they've made it unnecessarily complex. Games are meant to be beaten. Maybe. 8.5. 8.5 for me.
Yeah, I quite enjoyed the gameplay aspect. I felt that it was quite lacking in anywhere other than that, and the characters were a bit. They didn't get you immersed in it. They didn't grab onto, apart from Caitlin, because she just grabs on with all might and forces you into realising she's an asshole.
And C. Catherine actually grabs you in very different ways.
She does. I would give it a 8 out of 10. I did quite enjoy it.
Tommy and I played Portal 2 co-op while Chromac was struggling with his with his virtual Vincent love life. So in our next video we'll be reviewing that.
We'll see you then, hopefully.
Bye.
Bye.